Hi, sweet ones. This is Grandma Kitty. Tonight I want to share with you the story of Ali and Anna Abulaban. To the eyes of more than 1 million followers online, Anna and Ali Abulaban look like the perfect pair, two beautiful people living a beautiful, glamorous life. That picture would be broken in a terrible way on October 21st, 2021. This is a story of love that turned toxic and obsessive. It was hidden from the world behind a careful public image, and it ended in jealous anger in the most savage way you can imagine. And before we begin, would you do something for me? Go ahead and subscribe so you'll never miss a story. And while you're here, tell me what country you're watching from. This is how we find our neighbors in this little family of ours. San Diego. Folks often call it America's finest city. It sits on the coast of Southern California. The weather is gentle. There are 70 miles of white sand beaches. There is lively nightlife and so many places for families to enjoy. One of the liveliest corners of town is the East Village. That is a modern downtown neighborhood with more than 700 businesses, tall luxury apartment towers, and many clubs, rooftop bars, and live music spots. In one of those tall, fancy buildings in the East Village, in the year 2021, Anna Marie Abulaban, age 28, was living with her husband Ali and their 5-year-old daughter, Amara. From the outside, the Abulaban family looked like they had everything. A fairy tale romance, striking good looks, a beautiful daughter, a big circle of friends, fame that was growing as social media influencers. Ali was 29 years old. People online knew him as JinKid on TikTok. He had already gathered more than 1 million followers across different social platforms for his comedy skits. In those skits, he would act tough, trade lines like, "What do you call yourself? Tough guy," and pretend to be characters. He would joke around like a movie tough guy and play out scenes where someone says, "You got the wrong guy." On paper, life should have been perfect for the Abulabans, or at least as perfect as the arranged photos on their Instagram accounts. Life in San Diego was very different from the life Anna had lived while growing up. She was born in 1993 in Okinawa, Japan, to Filipino parents. She went to high school on a United States military base in Japan, where her father worked. After finishing high school, Anna earned a degree from the Technological University of the Philippines. Friends called Anna charming, smart, and down to earth. She was stunning to look at, but people noticed her inner kindness most. Her best friend of 15 years, Casey Conroy, said Anna was truly a good person, a kind and loving friend who felt like family. It looked like the future would be full of promise for this bright and lively young woman. It seemed even brighter when she fell in love with Ali Abulaban, a handsome young American soldier at the same United States base where her father worked. Ali Nasser Abulaban was 22 when they met. He was born in 1992 on Staten Island to Palestinian parents, and he grew up in Virginia. From a young age, Ali wanted to entertain. He was an extrovert who liked being the center of attention. At 14, he sang in a band, and later he joined the military. It was love at first sight for both Ali and Anna. They jumped into a fast, passionate romance. Ali, especially, was swept away by Anna. But Casey, Anna's friend, felt something was not quite right. She said Ali seemed obsessed with Anna. After only a few weeks of dating, Casey called Anna one day and Ali picked up the phone. He asked Casey why she was calling and what she wanted. Casey could see he did not want Anna's friends calling. He wanted Anna all to himself. Within a year of meeting, Ali married Anna. He brought her back to his home state of Virginia, and they were expecting their first child. Once settled in Virginia, the young couple welcomed their beautiful baby girl, Amara Abulaban. Life in Virginia was idyllic according to Ali, who later said they were living the American dream. Even then, Ali still longed to be a star. He sang and wrote music. Then he found a new hobby. He made comedy skits and celebrity impressions for TikTok, and later for YouTube and Instagram. On his YouTube page, he called himself a guy who loves watching movies and making parodies of his favorite characters. Those characters included the rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine and, most of all, Tony Montana, the fictional movie icon from the 1983 film Scarface. Fans said his Tony Montana impression was uncanny and spot on.
God, okay. Do you want to play games? Okay, I play with you. Do you want to play rough? Okay. What the f is my gun? Gina, what the f is my gun? Check the class there. Put it. I see the same place every f***ing night. Like, why'd you gotta touch my stuff? Coño, do you want to play games? Okay, I play with you.
His skits about the video game Skyrim were also very popular with fans and with other influencers. By the year 2019, Ali looked ready to break through. His first video went viral. He quickly built a huge following, 263,000 followers on Instagram, 950,000 fans on TikTok, and 171,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. Anna showed up in many of the skits too. She started making her own Instagram content and soon gained 11,000 followers. No one can say for sure whose idea it was to move the family to San Diego. Ali said it was Anna's idea because she had friends from the base there. For Ali, who dreamed of becoming an actor, a move to California surely felt like the next step. Neither of them could have guessed how fast and how badly things would fall apart in the months to come. The Abulaban family moved into a high-rise on Island Avenue in the East Village in February of 2021. They were surrounded by old friends and fresh chances in a lively city. It seemed like the perfect setting for both Anna and Ali to spread their wings, both socially and professionally. Anna was ready to do just that. Her social posts from that time showed her working out, enjoying spa days with girlfriends, and going out at night. She looked breathtakingly beautiful and impossibly glamorous. Meanwhile, Ali's social audience kept growing. Alongside his comedy bits, he posted romantic moments with Anna, full of shared laughter and big declarations of love. But the pair were working very hard to keep up the illusion of a perfect romance. In abusive relationships, people often go to great lengths to hide the bad parts from public view, whether out of denial or shame. Toxic love often swings between extreme highs and lows, and the lows are kept out of sight. Ali took pride in having such a beautiful wife. That pride turned into possessiveness and a powerful need to control, and Ali was losing control of the beautiful person he thought of as his possession. Soon after the move, the first serious signs of trouble showed up. Anna's friends in San Diego did not like Ali. They picked up on his controlling ways. Her friends were spiritual hippie types. It unsettled them that Ali carried a gun everywhere. He was also very aggressive. Casey said he talked over people, interrupted, took over conversations, and boasted about his social media success. He also chased the high life. His cousin, Louis Marineri, said that watching Anna's social life bloom stirred up heavy jealousy and paranoia in Ali. Ali felt she was partying too much, the cousin said. Ali wanted to control Anna. He wanted to know what she was doing every hour of the day. He grew extremely jealous and furious that his wife was going out with friends without him. It drove him mad. Ali could be funny. His family loved him. But his cousin said there was a dark side. He watched the relationship up close and at times saw Ali's treatment of Anna as abusive. As the months passed, that dark side came forward. Even Ali's skits seemed to grow more aggressive and take on a worrying tone. It is not clear when Ali first used cocaine. It soon became obvious to everyone when he began using the drug regularly. Once, while drunk on Instagram Live, he pulled out a bag of cocaine and snorted it. People thought it was part of a skit until they realized it was not. The next day, in an apology video, Ali said it was his first time and warned people about the dangers of drugs. It did not sound believable. Then he ranted about how much he loved his wife, but said he did not like her friends. He claimed those friends brought men into their homes to cheat on their husbands. He also said his family did not support him and were not in touch with him. Ali's mental state was clearly coming apart, and it was happening in front of his fans. Their comments turned to worry about his weight loss and his state of mind. Many told him to slow down and stay strong. One fan wrote that they knew something was wrong with him, that he was drinking too much and looked very thin. As the marriage began to fall apart, Ali used more drugs. His cousin told a story about being out at a bar when Ali pulled out a huge bag of cocaine and set it on the table. The cousin warned they would be thrown out. Ali said no one could touch him. He could do whatever he wanted. He was JinKid. With more than 1 million followers, Ali started to feel like a star. He felt superior. He felt untouchable. There were things he had always kept tucked inside, beliefs about himself that felt certain to him, and yet he could not understand why his wife Anna would not see those same things. His cousin noticed that his fixation on his wife was unusual and worrisome. It seemed he could feel her slipping away, or at least slipping out of his control. When Anna's friends would call, he would often be the one to answer, pressing them about why they were phoning her. If they were out in bars, he would scroll through his phone, look at picture after picture of Anna, and speak about how deeply he loved her, how beautiful she was, and how he would never allow anyone else to have her. It became plain as daylight that Ali was reaching a breaking point, and all signs pointed to matters falling apart quickly and with terrible force. In the early days of October, Anna telephoned the police and reported that Ali had pushed her in front of their child, leaving her with minor injuries. She also told them that Ali had shown their daughter a loaded gun and even demonstrated how to hold it. Around that same time, a video appeared in which an enraged Ali, off camera, hurled insults at Anna and accused her of using him in order to come to America. On October 18th, Anna at last told her husband to move out. After that, she filed for divorce and also sought a restraining order. Just like that, something inside her finally broke free. Still, escaping an abuser is rarely simple, and the idea that he would lose all control over Anna was not something Ali could accept or even tolerate. So Ali moved into the Mission Bay Hotel, and without Anna's knowledge, he made a copy of their apartment's front door key. His drinking and erratic behavior swelled to a new and worrying height. During one Instagram live session, he streamed himself while driving and drinking from a bottle of red wine, asking if any sexy females were watching at that moment to send him a message. He said they had caught him at a time when he was having problems with his wife. Meanwhile, he kept calling Anna again and again. When she did not answer, he rang her friends or anyone who might pick up, demanding to know where she was, what she was doing, and why she would not take his calls. Friends pleaded with him to give her time and space, but his cousin said he was living in denial, and that fierce obsession with Anna only grew stronger day by day. He seemed stunned by her request for a divorce and was losing his grip over it, feeling as if she were punishing him and insisting in his mind that she could not truly be serious. He could not bring himself to consider that she might actually follow through. His cousin urged him to move on and told him he could find someone else, that he could have anyone he wanted. Ali, in all his egotism, agreed in words, but at the very same time he held fast to the feeling that he did not want anyone else. He wanted only his wife and would go to any length to get her back. No one understood just how deep and dark the shadows in Ali's soul were, and those shadows were about to spill out where the whole world could see them. 3 days later, on October 21st, Ali crept back into the apartment while his wife was gone, using the copied key, and he vandalized the place. Then he called her to tell her what he had done. There was one detail he did not mention. He had secretly installed a spying application on their daughter's iPad. something that allowed him to listen from his phone to what was happening inside the home. Later that day, when Anna returned, she brought along her friend Rayburn Baron. Rayburn was 29 and born and raised in San Diego. He was known as a family-oriented man, warm and thoughtful, the kind of person friends said they could rely on. When Anna asked for his help that day, perhaps to tidy up after the vandalism or to feel safer, knowing Ali had a key and could appear without warning, Rayburn dropped everything and came. That decision, kind as it was, became the final spark that sent Ali into a frenzy. Ali was listening through that app on his phone when he heard his wife's voice and a male voice talking and giggling. He flew into a homicidal rage. He did not know whose male voice it was. He only knew it was male. Just before 3 in the afternoon, he drove from the Mission Bay Hotel to the apartment building and took the elevator up to the 35th floor. All the way there, he cursed and cried and prayed that his wife would not be intimate with the other man before he arrived. Security cameras caught him running out of the elevator and toward the apartment. He opened the door, and then he opened fire. Inside, his wife and her friend Rayburn were sitting on the couch. He walked over to them, drew his gun, and shot Rayburn 3 times at close range, hitting his neck, his cheek, and the back of his head. His wife screamed. Then he turned the gun on her and shot her at close range in the forehead. Still armed, Ali left the building and went to pick up his daughter from school. With his child in the car, he told her that he had hurt her mommy. Then he called his mother and confessed, and afterward he dialed 911 to report the shooting. He claimed he had come home to discover that his wife and her friend had been shot and that he was not the one who did it. After authorities tracked his location through his phone, the police arrested him 45 minutes later on State Route 15. "I did not believe it for a good hour," said Anna's best friend, Casey Conroy. "I heard there was a shooting in the East Village, but I was like, you do not know. Casey explained that she and Anna had been talking about birthday plans in 4 days. She texted Anna at once. Anna had just messaged asking what they were going to do for the birthday. At the preliminary hearing, about 24 family members and friends of the 2 victims filled the San Diego County Superior Court. Many of them wept as the details of the killings were described. Ali pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of murder and faced special circumstance allegations of multiple killings. Prosecutors may seek the death penalty if Abulaban is convicted. The judge issued a protective order requiring Abulaban to stay away from his daughter. Ali was seen sobbing uncontrollably as prosecutors read out the description of his crime. Later, from jail, Ali gave a muddled interview to the media. He said that when he arrived that day, he found his wife and Rayburn kissing, with Rayburn's feet up on the table. He claimed that this sight made him lose control of the man in his apartment with his wife on his furniture. He said he felt as if he was in the passenger seat of his own body and asked, "What do you expect a man to do?" Yet he also stated in that same telling that they had already been shot when he arrived, which does not make sense in light of what he had said earlier. His family said that fame changed him. According to his cousin, he was actually a very insecure person, and social media built a false world for him to hide in, a world that made him feel superior to others and, in the cousin's words, created a monster. Anna's best friend disagreed with any softening of the picture. She said Ali is simply a bad man, selfish, with nothing good about him. Ali's favorite fictional character was the violent mobster, Tony Montana. Perhaps he felt a kinship with that character's hunger for power, his readiness to abuse others, and his wild rages. It seemed that the more Ali played at being that character, the more he became like the paranoid and violent megalomaniac he admired. And Ali's life, for all practical purposes, ended in much the same way as Tony Montana's, through carnage, through violence, and through tragedy. Now, if you found this story compelling, do not forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe to the channel. Also, set the notification bell so you stay current each time a new shocking case is revealed. Until we speak again, be careful and keep your eyes open. You never know what may be hiding in the shadows.